So since the beginning of Dragon Ball Super, I haven't made a single episode review, and to be honest, I'm probably going to be following that trend all the way to the end of the series. And while this video is by no means a quote-unquote review, I am going to be referring to the latest episode of Dragon Ball Super. Due to the fact that we have now surpassed what was shown in the manga, we have brand new stuff to cover every single week. A lot of stuff that we already knew would happen happened in this episode. Baltamo got ruined by Goku through Ring Out, and as we know, Frost transcends into his alternate forms. More on that in a second, I do want to come back to that. For now, I want to touch on Cabe. When Goku went Super Saiyan against Frost, the entirety of Universe 6 freaked out. They had no idea Goku could multiply his power through transformation, prompting Champa to ask Cabe if he could do the same, as he is also a Saiyan. Strangely enough, Cabe says he has no idea what kind of power this is, and that he has never seen a golden-haired Super Saiyan before in his life. This has to mean that the Saiyans in Universe 6 have achieved a level similar to Super Saiyan, just not the Super Saiyan that we are familiar with. And that would make sense because from what we've seen so far from Universe 6 is that it's a fairly calm place to live. And due to the golden-haired Super Saiyan requiring true anger in order to unlock it, I guess it's safe to assume that because Universe 6 has no Frieza or no tyrants of any sort, that the Saiyans were never angered to the point of unlocking the golden-haired form. However, that begs the question, what type of transformations do they have? I've heard some people say that it's Super Saiyan 4, but I don't see how that could be the case, as that transformation requires a tail, and it has been confirmed that the Universe 6 Saiyans have evolved past the stage of being born with tails. The most likely form would be Saiyan Beyond God, which is basically just a Saiyan with God Ki. There's no way the Universe 6 Saiyans could be Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, as that would have required them to have unlocked the golden head form, and as shown in the episode, they clearly haven't. Going back to the foundation of this video, we have Frost's true power, and I gotta say, I am surprised by how weak he is. Honestly, based off how strong Frieza was by training for 4 months, considering that Frost is the same race as Frieza and actually seems like the type of guy who would train, I am shocked as to how weak he actually is. I've went on record before saying that Frost or Hit would be the two strongest based off their design alone, and while Hit may still be the strongest, Frost in my mind in his final form is around the same strength as Perfect Cell, and as many of you know, that is nowhere near the amount of power needed to be competing with Goku. Once he went Super Saiyan, Frost stood little to no chance in terms of power. However, even still, Frost uses some unknown technique that stunned Goku, and while he was stunned, just like Goku did to Baltamo, Frost knocked Goku out of the ring. And throughout the course of the week, everyone was speculating on what Frost did to Goku. Some people were saying that Goku caught the heart virus again, others were saying that Frost cheated and used illegal tactics, but by far the worst theory is that Goku threw the fight. I don't want to touch on what actually happened for too long because I think it's pretty simple. Basically, if you've played Dragon Ball Xenoverse, you would know that the Frieza race has the ability to stun their opponents for a short time. And in my mind, that is exactly what happened here. In the next episode preview, Goku is back up on his feet again, and it is now up to Piccolo to defeat Frost. Never in my life have I been more confident that Piccolo will win. After seeing the capabilities of Frost, I would say that he is dead even with Piccolo in terms of power. However, keeping in mind the beatdown given to him by Goku, Piccolo definitely has the advantage here. While I still think in the end Universe 6 will win, they may not be as strong as we first thought. Frost clearly shares the same biology as Frieza. When he transformed into his quote-unquote assault form, he gained major speed. He also doesn't like using his final form as he loses control of his senses. In fact, he even said in episode that he didn't like using that form because he accidentally killed someone with it. However, with that said, you cannot even compare Frieza to Frost in terms of raw power. Frieza either trained a whole lot harder than Frost ever did, or Frieza really just is a natural-born prodigy. Anyway, my prediction still stands strong with Piccolo to beat Frost, then Cabe to step in and beat Piccolo. Only then will we see Vegeta vs Cabe. And if that isn't the highlight of the tournament, I don't know what will be. But as always, I will see you in the next Dragon Ball Z video.